Vivek, what about Swiggy? I mean, obviously, food delivery volumes have taken a hit over the last 3, 4 months. How long do you think volumes will take to get back to pre-COVID levels? And till the time they do, is Swiggy really focusing, on entering new categories and new business line to recover revenue levels, or is it that the main focus remains on food delivery?
So thank you again for having me here. It's a pleasure to be here. As kind of, this business has actually gone through a perfect roller coaster with all the G forces that you can imagine in a roller coaster. We had an absolute shutdown where, practically almost all of our 500 cities were shut in the first phase. Then 200 opened, and then we were sort of slowly getting along. And then you have all these wild gyrations because there is some pizzeria in Delhi that you wouldn't believe. There was a pizzeria in Delhi that actually had one of its staff test positive. The whole of the country's business starts tanking. The next time it happens, it doesn't tank so much. So it literally has been in a roller coaster where you're not even sure if the seatbelt is on. So we've had to obviously play the game almost one day at a time when we were not sure which cities will be operational, which cities will have lockdowns and everything the next day. So moving from a daily stand-up to know which cities are operating and therefore which cities should be switched on and versus off, to a situation right now where we are saying the long haul, which is basically getting customer trust in the category and customer frequencies back, is where we are right now. In the middle, we obviously had capabilities that we believed were even more relevant for the problems of lockdown, which is essentially understanding consumers, understanding technology, and having hyperlocal operations. So we basically entered into pretty much deliver anything that was allowed and that was needed for the consumers. So we got into delivery of groceries in 350 cities in the space of a week. Now, this was with every one of our employees locked in. It was crazy to think about starting 350 cities by every employee just being sitting at home. We had to onboard Kirana guys on the app virtually. So we did all of that. Then we, of course, started delivering other things when opening up happened. So today, as we speak, yes, we do have a recovering food delivery business, which has gone through its gyrations. And then we have new fledgling businesses that are also going through their gyrations, because obviously grocery was growing really hard when the core of the lockdown was on. When opening up has happened and grocery shopping has become something that consumers do, then that business has come down. So it's a bit of a multiple roller coasters, put it on an Excel sheet, and that's essentially our business. But we've had to be daily agile or weekly agile to be able to cope.
Yeah. So is it fair to say that it could take another 3, 4 quarters for food delivery volumes to recover properly?
I'd say, maybe 3, 4 quarters is a good time to safely get into that recovery zone. But I do think that there will be pockets that will recover faster than others. And that's the important thing for us to understand what those pockets are. And those pockets could be geographic pockets or consumer cohort pockets. So we are making sure that we're slicing and dicing the business in a way that we understand which pockets have recovered, which pockets actually have new needs, and therefore how do we cater to those needs. The reality is that we had a very large number of our midday office orders. If you've gone to office buildings during the pre-COVID era, you will see lots of Swiggy boys and girls milling around the offices. That's gone. But now you have a different problem, which is people at home going through millions of Zoom calls and trying to sort out food at the same time. So new use cases have emerged in terms of what we need to solve for, and we are constantly trying to solve for them.